red light is on. We're with Kevin Schwantz. I'm all by myself, no crew. Matt doesn't have a crew anymore either. I don't have a crew. But you have a new team, a new bike, a new rider. You're the man.
I do. I have a new crew. They're down there in the silver trucks called Aryan Racing. Yeah, we have an American Honda supported Moto2 effort for Roger Lee Hayden to be a wild card at Indianapolis. So I'm the lucky one that got chosen to try and manage this whole thing. And so far we've done a little 2-day test at a track down in Southern California, and Roger Lee performed really well. The bike seems to be handling just like he wants it to. So next on the agenda is a couple days at Barber, then a couple days at Indy. And hopefully, a top 5 at Indianapolis would probably make us all smile.
That would make us all way more than smile.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to smile no matter what happens. Roger Lee's kind of being the jack of all trades this year. He's riding a MotoGP bike this weekend.
Okay, tell us about the test engine. You got an engine because it's a spec engine series, so they have to give you an engine to put in this chassis. Which chassis is it, and what kind of engine did they give you?
American Honda has chosen Milwaukee chassis. They distribute the MD250s as well as the Moto2 stuff. So, Chuck. Cut.
Paste. We can look. The audio's still working. Okay, and action.
I was going to say Chuck Miller, but maybe that's Kevin Arian that I was thinking of. Has just built an engine to close to what spec he thinks the Moto2 engine is. I mean, he's got pretty good knowledge of what Honda and their Moto2 engines are like inside.
Oh, okay.
So I think he's just built something that's somewhat close to that. We won't actually get a Moto2 engine until we arrive at Indianapolis on Wednesday just before the Grand Prix.
Wow. And, I guess it's all kind of a closed circuit, so it is what it is. It's not like it's going to be a big deal.
No, I mean, everybody's got the same stuff. We just, it'd be nice if we could get ours a little bit before the other guys so that we could make sure our mapping and everything was correct. But, we're gonna try and acquire some of the fuel like they run and go get mapping set for our engine, so at least testing-wise we can know that the fuel's giving us the performance that we should be getting. And then when we slide the engine in, hopefully the adjustments will be minimal.
Okay, so this is the big tough question. What does Kevin Schwantz do as manager of the team? Just make sure the coffee, espresso machine's running, or how does this work?
Well, chose the designer to paint the thing and make design the leathers and help come up with the image that I think myself and American Honda most want to portray. Work with the rider. I missed the first 2-day test because I was in Germany, but the next 2 tests we have, I'm going to be at all 4 days of it. To try and watch Raj and see if I can't pick up on some things that maybe I see Moto2 guys doing that'll help Raj and help him benefit, help him be able to handle that motorcycle a little bit better. I know Raj has plenty of talent and plenty of ability. Riding as many things as he is, he might be a little confused, but I think ultimately what I see is him riding a couple of big bikes that are absolute handfuls and getting back onto a 600 that he absolutely loves the feeling of and the chassis and the suspension on, and being able to just absolutely wring its neck 110% all the time.
We were in there for the qualifying session earlier today. I got to sit in his pit box. Thank you very much. That was awesome. And they were talking about just throw that MotoGP bike in the turn. Don't just try to bend it in, just whack it in there and trust the tires. And Roger was like, But Ben's talked about that too.
It's funny hearing them say that because it doesn't look like that's ever what they do. They all seem to make it look so easy and so smooth doing it. But I think that's a lot of what the feeling is. You just got to feel like you once you get some heat in the tires and some heat in the brakes, you got to just go. And it's taken Speeds a little while to get comfortable with that. I think Nicky and Colin have been around, have been doing it long enough, and have gotten accustomed to the Bridgestones a little bit more. It's asking a lot for Raj. He never got to test the bike, just came here and got on it yesterday afternoon. So just throw it into the corner sounds like skin up motorcycle if you told me to do that. You'd be picking out of the hay bales if you told me to do that.
That's exactly what he said. But they took something out of the equation, which was learning the track by getting Roger. All he has to do is work on the bike. It's not like he has to worry about the track.
Absolutely. And I think Raj, up to now, is doing a great job. He's going out, he's learning a little bit each time. He's getting more and more confident, watching him drive over the hill and through some of the flat corners around the bottom. He just seems to be getting faster and faster every lap.
congrats on getting this whole gig together because we need to see you more.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity, and somebody says, well, but it's at Honda. You've always been a Suzuki guy, and we've used Hondas at school for a couple of years now, and for American Honda to give me this opportunity, I want to say thanks, and it's another door that's opened. I got to walk through it. I got to see what happens, and if something comes of it, I've always felt like managing a team is something that I want to do. I feel like I've gotten myself separated enough from riding that motorcycle, wanting to race it, that I think I can work with riders and help put a good group of guys together and make things happen at a level that would make us all proud.
Good luck.
Thank you.